Hello, Jim Adams here. In this video, I will share with you how to get great returns with dividends and selling options. I have been able to not only increase my monthly income by selling options, but I've also been able to get really good returns in my retirement accounts. Today, I'm going to actually share with you my trades and how I actually did in my retirement accounts. And I'm going to also share with you the kind of plans I'm thinking of making going forward. And I'm going to make some changes to hopefully even get better returns. So I think you should stick with me. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy what I have for you today. Thank you. Welcome to the Easy Investing Income YouTube channel. This is a channel that's dedicated to trying to reach financial independence sooner, primarily through selling options and dividends. I've been on a journey for over a year where I've been trying to learn the right way to actually sell options. I've done over 200 trades, and I'm sharing with others the mistakes I made, the things that went right, the things that went wrong, and trying to give people an understanding that it's a feasible, really good way to make extra income. I'm also showing you here, this is the website, my website that goes along with my YouTube channel. I encourage you to take a look at it. Also, I have additional articles that relate to how to trade options and additional posts that share information that may not be in one of the videos I have on the YouTube channel. And it's just like the name of the YouTube channel, it's easyinvestingincome.com. That being said, let me also mention that I'm not a professional. This is something I enjoy doing. It's a hobby for me. So if you want to do some of these trades that I share with you today, please do your own due diligence, understand what you're getting into and the risks involved. So it's it isn't without risk. So I encourage you to definitely take your time and understand what you're doing. But as always, the best way to start with this kind of investing is to just start, to take the first steps. So that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started with the main video. Thanks again for joining me. In most of my videos in the past, I've talked about my brokerage accounts and how well I've done earning close to 2,000 a month selling options, um, and earning extra income to be able to live off of. Well, this time I kind of want to change tunes a little bit. I want to talk about how you can also do this kind of trading in your retirement accounts. I currently have, you can see on the screen, this is actually a spreadsheet related to my retirement accounts. I've got a rollover IRA, a Roth conversion IRA, and I also have a simplified employee plan, all of which I'm trading options in. So you can actually trade options in these accounts. I think I have level access one. So in all of these, I have similar Schwab access as I do in my main brokerages. But this isn't something I really thought about. I didn't think much about this early on, so I didn't do a whole lot of trades. You can actually see here, here are my actual trades. I only did 7 trades, but in those 7 trades, I made 21.55. Now, what I've realized is I could have done much better. I could have done more trades, and all these, I think I have one put, which was DVY, but they're all calls. So you can see one is, and the calls are primarily in what, 3 securities: IJR, which is a ETF, PG, Procter and Gamble, DVY, and SDY, and IGH. So 5 or 6 securities, and most of them are actually ETFs, investment trade funds. So I did pretty well. If you look at this 2155, I did close to what, 1.5% in those accounts. But one thing I do want to mention is a lot of that cash that I made, I actually reinvested. So I increased the number of shares that I had in certain retirement accounts. But I could have done much better. And I share in my videos how over the last year I did a bunch of trades in my brokerage. I also did these 7 trades, and you can see the different dates that I did them on, but I could have done much more. I kind of realized, well, wow, I can also do this in my retirement accounts. So I'm looking going forward, I'm going to do more of these, primarily covered calls, and also I'm going to start selling a lot more puts, try to get similar returns as I do in my brokerage, and actually do a little better. I've talked to a few people who actually have done 20, 30, in one case 50% in their retirement accounts selling options and using safe strategies. I'm going to primarily use the same methodology I've used in the past, meaning a, a 20 delta, so an 80% probability. I'm also going to continue to do the 10% if I can return, get a 10% return. And I always like to use this example. If Coke's at 50, then I'm selling an option strike price at 55. If it's a put, it would be at 45. So looking at around a 10%, if I can get a 10% return in a short period of time, it's well worth it. I'm also looking at trying to trade 30, 60 days. A lot of the trades you'll notice that I did over the last year, some of these were a little bit longer, and again, trying to chase higher premiums. What I know now, I missed a lot of opportunities. I left almost like, airline seats. I kind of left a lot on the table. I didn't, there's potentially a lot more cash I could have done through selling options. And again, I primarily sell options. I'm not an option buyer, so I'm going to look at trying to do it more in the 60-day range, 60 and under range. If I can get 30 days, that's great. In some cases, if you sell an option in 30 days and you can do two of those, you'll do better than a 60-day option. So that's what I'm looking at. And then also with puts, I can actually do a little bit better with puts. So, and I didn't by any means do enough puts, so I'm going to do a lot more selling of puts. My goal is going to be to get around a 5 to 6 yearly return, which is pretty close to what I've been able to get in my brokerages. Another wonderful thing about these retirement accounts, there's no tax implication, so I don't have to worry so much about taxes as I do in my brokerages. Let's see. So in my accounts, you can see these are the different 7 trades I did. One was as high as 509, which was a roll of IGR, and overall I did 2153 with 7 trades. So, and then most of these accounts are mostly invested, so this is just adding more icing to the cake. You can see here I share my rollover IRA. I started with 65,000, ended with close to 86,000. I got a 24% return, and that's for a year period starting from August last year to August this year. Not bad. And then in my Roth conversion, I did really good. I did 32.2%. So if I had done what I'm planning to do this next year and done a lot more trading, I probably could have added another 4 to 5% on each of these. And then my SEP account, I did 24.2%, started with 41 and ended up with 54. Overall, I started with 141, I ended with 192, and got 26.3% return over the last year, which isn't bad. Again, I think I can do better. Also wanted to share more information about this. So I'm also keeping track of the cash I have in the accounts. I may do a little bit of rebalancing. Here's all the different securities that I hold. Some of these I may look at trimming so I have a little bit more cash to sell puts, so I can do a little bit more puts. And so you can see what I have, and I also mentioned the number, the count in each one. So some of these where I have a small, like some for this IGR, I've only got 17 or 245. I'll look at maybe trimming those so I can, look at increasing my options money. You definitely want a certain setup in your accounts in order to do well with the options. You need a bit more cash than what I have in some of these accounts. The 7,800 or 7,750, it's got a good amount of cash. Some of these others I want to build up the cash, so I probably will sell some of the underperforming securities, or try to increase the number. Like this 51 for DVY, I'll probably buy another 49 shares so I can sell some calls on it. So, and then these other notes that I have here talks also about readjusting the accounts. So I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this in future videos. I'm also going to share the details of what I'm doing, to any of my patrons. I'm playing with the idea of also maybe doing a locals account, but currently I only have a patrons, and you can find that down below. And again, if you're liking this video, please hit that like button. As always, subscribe if you want to. I'm just getting started. I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, so any help would be greatly appreciated. Let's see. So you can see with my accounts, I only did 7 trades. I did 1.5. This is on a yearly basis. That doesn't seem like much, but if you can do that every year, and again, I think I can do much better. I think I can do close to 6%. And, with only 7 trades in these accounts, and in my main brokerage, I've been doing close to 15 trades. So I can probably do 5, 6, 7 trades in my retirement accounts, and that's what I'm going to look for. And I'm going to look to see if I can get maybe between 6 and 10%. I'll first shoot for 5%, like I did last year with my journey with learning options. I'm going to start to see if I can earn on average a 5% return. And if I can do that within the first month or two, then I'm going to increase that and see if I can do 10%. Again, sticking to safe option strategies, which going forward is only going to be 3 types of trades. The first one being covered calls, the second one being cash secured puts, and then the third one being vertical credit spreads, put vertical credit spreads. I will no longer do call credit spreads, mainly because I took a beating with Microsoft, and I'll share that video link. It'll probably come at the end of this video, or I'll do a link below. So I just wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if a lot of people realize they can do this kind of trading in their retirement accounts. The only account I have is my custodial account for my son. That's the only one I don't have set up with options. And I don't know, I might even be able to do that one too and build up his accounts even more. So it's been a wake up call. Trading options has been, a blessing. I've been able, like I said, to reach financial independence sooner than I ever thought possible. And by kind of juicing these returns in my retirement accounts, when I hit 59 and a half, I should have a lot more money. I like to use the 72% rule. So if I can earn 10% on average with these accounts, and you can see I actually did 26% last year. If you do 10% using the 72% rule or 72 rule, I could double the amount in these accounts in 7.2 years. If I do 26%, it's like 3 years. So potentially I'm 55 now. By the time I'm 59 and a half, I could end up doubling these accounts, which would mean instead of having 192, I could have close to 400 or maybe even a little bit over 400, which again will, at that point when I can actually use these accounts and start pulling money out of them without penalty, they'll be much larger. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, I'll have details down below. You can find links and things that are important. And please check out my website, my blog, where I post additional information with how to trade options. And as always, have a wonderful day and happy trading. Thanks for joining me.